What if everything you're doing right now is completely pointless? You wake up, you work, you pay bills, you eat and drink to keep yourself alive, so that you can do it all over again tomorrow. For what? We all know one day all of this disappears, whether it's AI taking over the world or death taking us away. So why are you trying so hard? Hello everyone, I'm Ellie. If you've ever been troubled by thoughts like this, don't worry. You're just experiencing an episode of existential crisis. It's just a bug built into our human operating system.
But I know exactly why I go to work every day.
Oh, really?
Because I need to feed you. When are you going to get a real job?
You know what? Otter is mean, but he actually just revealed a massive coping mechanism. But first, let's talk about why this bug is here. Why do we have such existential anxiety? One of the most counterintuitive causes is that we are actually too free. Jean-Paul Sartre, the father of modern existentialism, famously said we are condemned to be free.
Too free? Right. Tell that to my boss and my clients. Where is my condemned freedom?
But technically, you don't even have to go to work.
Then who is going to pay me? And if I don't get paid, how am I going to feed you?
Well, you could find another way to live. You could move to a much cheaper place. Like the forest. You could even stop feeding me.
The forest? What about the Wi-Fi? And am I just going to sit there and watch you die?
That's the thing, Otter. It's not because you don't have freedom. You're not trapped by the office. You're just not ready to face the consequences of leaving. In Sartre's viewpoint, we can actually do anything, as long as we're willing to take full responsibility for the decision. This is both liberating and terrifying. Because for us, existence precedes essence. Think of it like this. A hammer is designed to hit nails. Its purpose was decided before it even existed. But humans, we just show up. We exist first, and then we have to decide what we're for. But that level of freedom is actually incredibly heavy. On one hand, you can technically do anything you want. But on the other, you have to own the mess. There's no manual, no destiny, and most importantly, there is no one else to blame.
Is that why you're so stubborn? You never listen to anyone.
It's called being responsible and owning my freedom. I just need to feel like every single decision is coming from me, even the bad ones.
Right.
Then there's Albert Camus. He says the real problem is the absurd. It's the friction between our obsession with making sense of things and a universe that absolutely refuses to explain itself. Imagine asking the universe, "Why am I here?" And all you get back is a "seen" receipt. No reply, just total ghosting. Camus uses the myth of Sisyphus, the guy condemned to push a rock up a hill forever, only for it to roll back down the second he reaches the top. His solution? Don't quit. Don't hide in the fantasy. And don't look for some life manual or people promising that everything will be okay. Just accept the rock. Look it right in the eye and say, "I know you're meaningless, and I'm going to push you anyway." That's the rebellion. And moreover, quantity over quality. Since everything is just a rock and nothing has a deep meaning, the goal isn't to live a better life, it's just to live more. Drink your coffee, play your tennis, and push the rock to fight the void. But if laughing at the rock feels too empty, there's Viktor Frankl. He was a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust. He noticed that the people who survived the camps weren't necessarily the strongest. They were the ones with a why, a loved one to see again, a book to finish writing, a responsibility. He said, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost any how." Meaning isn't something you invent. It's something you discover through your tasks and your connections to others. It might not be a universal meaning, but it is your meaning, and that is all that matters.
So, my why is basically just feeding you?
There you go! And thanks to me, you're living a meaningful life. But here is where it gets real for us today. Philosopher Byung-Chul Han says our modern crisis isn't just about meaning, it's about burnout. In the past, society told you, you must do this. Today, society tells us you can be anything. It sounds inspiring, but it turns you into your own manager, motivator, and the harshest critic. We pressure ourselves to optimize everything at once. To wake up at 5 a.m., build a personal brand, optimize our health, stay hyper-productive, stay perfectly happy, and somehow achieve everything all at once. But here's the truth. We don't collapse because we can't do things. We collapse because we feel like we should be able to do everything. We've taken Sartre's gift of freedom and turned it into a high-performance prison.
So, where does that leave us? After all that, what's the meaning of life to you?
I don't know anymore. I thought life was about absolute freedom. To design, to build, to become the architect of myself. But after Byung-Chul Han, I'm starting to wonder if I've just become my own manager. All I'm doing is just exploiting myself. So maybe, for now, it's just accepting that you are the one feeding me.
Otter, otterly otter, otter, only. To the only person who has not heard the word otter, that's O-T-T-E-R, otter. A highly aquatic carnivorous mammal with webbed feet and claws. Part of the weasel family or family Mustelidae. If you have not